So, as many of you know, if you don't know, oh my gosh, you've been under a rock because I love, love, love my assistant Gail. She's also AKA Gabrielle in here. And the I got to go to the first hiring fair, and I cannot even believe that I found her. It was a total godsend. And we like made the contract the same day, and then the next day she was already starting. She just is so awesome. And that's just the kind of hiring process that or pre-vetting process that Dr. Tubi has, because you really got to be committed probably to be going through her application. Would you say, Dr. Tubi? Yeah, you got to be a committed person to be considered, and you could tell because there was a lot of quality people in that room already in the first one, and I've seen many quality um, upstanding VAs even since then in the other meetings that she's had in the hiring fairs. And I know that she has a ton more. In fact, I just keep hearing more and more people wanting to apply for it because they're probably sharing, and I'm sure Gail will chime in on this, is sharing, hey, did you hear about this group that has probably good people helping run it and has a heart for helping others and is not just treating us like disrespectfully. Hopefully that's
Yeah.
what they're hearing. And she's just helped me with everything, with reels, with during the like, what is it, vacation time when we had it was Christmas time, and she was like helping put together a website for me, and so that I could actually just go to a movie with my family rather than trying to be the business hustler that sometimes we have to be at the very beginning. And it's like, okay, oh, she gets it. I'm just gonna chill and relax and just trust the process. And then after the movie, there was like already the makings of something so beautiful, and her catching the vision. Uh, and of course, there's going to be communication that needs to happen, but you'll figure that as you go. Like sometimes I'll have said something and she'll have totally thought I meant something else, and I'm like, oh my bad, that's not what I was meaning, and I have to change it up, and be like, yeah, that was on me. Um, so yeah, communication, but we get to talk pretty much every day. It's like we're always like good morning to each other, and then it's like a nice sign off, and sometimes we're just like venting and being like, I'm not sure what to do about this. We're going back and forth. They're really like your growth partner.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. They catch the vision, especially. And there's probably once or twice where she had something happen where it was like she couldn't be there when I called, but most of the time, and it was because like if she doesn't answer, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay. Because it might have been like a health thing or like a typhoon, literally. And I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay over there? Because it never happens, right, Dr. TV? It never happens.
Yes. We
Always
get like,
here. Yeah, right. You're like, oh, I'm like worried if they're all right, because that's how amazing that they are. And I will say this, if you happen to not have somebody amazing at first, and it depends on their heart. Like if you're like, I can tell that they really want to help, they want to learn, they're trying to catch it, like you could continue to work with them and develop that. But if you have somebody, and I'll say this of a different program, is that a different program somebody was a part of was had a huge upfront fee, a monthly agency fee, and she was like paying all this much every single month, and yet somebody would spend like 3 days trying to figure out their Google Calendar. And that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I really had to tell her, like, oh no, that doesn't work like that. And then they catch you and they say, well, you need to give 30 days notice or whatever. But they get signed on with this agency, and they're not sometimes you get gems, okay? But sometimes they're not fully committed because they're with an agency that's going to continue to pay them. Whereas you're going to have that independence to work out how uh, structure the pay with them. And then you can always, when you buy Dr. Tubi's program, you already have the program, and you could consider somebody else, or if you already have somebody in mind, or go back to a hiring fair with her. Like she's not going to leave you stranded and want to make sure you have somebody who's quality. Unlike this person who had to keep trying to say, I'm not getting much help here. And it was hard to meet with them. And it was this whole back and forth and in between where you could just directly meet with the right person for you. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I can't say enough praises. Every single day I'm recognizing Gail because she's just so, so awesome. But yeah, Gail, do you have anything you want to add?
Hi everyone. So I'm Gail. I'm Lean's VA. And honestly, one of the biggest blessings for me and Lean was the Find My DOER training portal. It hasn't just helped me, but it has honestly helped Lean as well and her business in such a powerful way. The training portal is incredibly detailed and structured. It walked me through everything step by step, from understanding the SOPs to learning how to co-host master classes and to confidently managing back-end systems and operations. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or unsure, I always have a clear place to go when I need guidance and want to improve my skills. And also, what I appreciate most is how it creates independence and confidence as a VA because the training covers so many real life tasks and scenarios. I am able to support Lean efficiently without needing constant training or hand holding, which allows her to stay focused on what she does best, which are creating offers, serving clients, leading meetings, and growing her business.